Running a YouTube channel is no easy task, and for these 6 creators, it seemed to be just too much for them. KevJumba, or Snakebitmgee, was an American YouTuber whose content focused on hiking trips. Although only having 5 videos, he had found a weird M-shaped cave while hiking out one day, so he decided to explore it. Kenny made claims that his whole body started vibrating as soon as he entered, so he fled instantly. After publicly sharing this experience to the world, his fans demanded that he goes back inside and check it out again, and this was the last time he was ever heard of. Some speculate that his disappearance had something to do with Area 51, as the caves were scarily close by, but ultimately his girlfriend came out stating how Kenny had been going through a lot over the couple months prior to the disappearance, and when she said that he didn't even take his recording gear once he went back to the cave, you can make the assumption of what may have happened next. Mac Adventures was yet another outdoor adventure style YouTube channel. Coincidentally, the channel consisted of a father and son whose main focus was Area 51 as well. Eventually, they built up the courage to enter into Area 51, and this was when they got held at gunpoint after travelling into deeper premises.
Whoa. Whoa. Uh-oh, we got things happening. I know, I am. Yeah.
Put your hands up. I'm not going to tell you again. Turn around.
The two got searched for anything on them, and they luckily got told to leave instead of being taken away. However, their faces were caught on cameras inside of Area 51, and with the descriptions reading, "We might have to take this down soon due to the US government, don't let them hide this." With the last post to the channel being in 2016, many believe that they had been taken away off camera and haven't seen the light of day since. But one Reddit post talking about the case stated that they still post on social media today how the security dudes seemed sketchy and didn't act like real Area 51 guards should, and overall went to say the whole thing was a setup, solely because they didn't want to make YouTube content anymore, so decided to go out with one last bang. Whether or not this is true, you can't compare it to another channel, Kev Jamba. Kevin ran an insanely successful channel back in the early 2010s, but he claimed that, "I didn't see YouTube as my end goal, I always knew that this internet popularity would maybe come and go. Maybe I got tired of watching myself talking into the camera. I didn't see that format as something very sustainable," informing everyone that he could just quit out of the blue one day, and that's exactly what happened. Kev Jamba posted the video titled Hope, and throughout the video he explained that he had been tragically hit by a car and had to be hospitalized for 45 days. The accident left Kevin with a broken spine, a collapsed lung, and as well as numerous more injuries. Kevin ultimately ended taking many years off content creation, but only recently 4 months ago, Kevin started posting back to YouTube, however, not receiving anywhere near the amount of views he used to. But out of nowhere, on the 19th of May this year, Kevin deleted all his videos. 311 million views gone in seconds, and there's absolutely no explanation to all of this. Paranormal Alana was a true scary story YouTuber with over 50,000 subscribers to her name, but out of nowhere on September 3rd, 2015, she randomly deleted all her videos and left no explanation as to why. Alana had no internet presence at all, so it was basically impossible to find out any information about her. Some people started thinking that she may have married someone and changed her last name, but eventually the news got out from her now deleted Twitter account, stating that she had a stalker and she had to entirely change how she ran her social media accounts. The channel Explore With Us posted a video back in 2019 explaining how they found her. They showed some of Alana's tweets before she disappeared, which read, "Had a pretty scary stalking incident, so unfortunately I'm having to change the way I run my social media. I'm actually surprised it took almost a year for me to get my first violent death threat. Why are people dumb enough to post that stuff?" But coming to conclusion, there's just no information on her whereabouts, so the chances of her coming back anytime soon are pretty slim. Missing horror creators seems to be a trend now, as Kaylee Alice vanished in the blink of an eye. Kaylee covered topics on missing people and unsolved crime videos, and managed to rack up quite the following in her active time on the platform. However, in March 2019, Kaylee announced that she would unfortunately be quitting, as she had major health problems that had to be a priority. Kaylee said that she would leave all her content up so her fans could enjoy it, but in December 2019, she deleted her channel entirely and all her other social media accounts had been completely wiped. No trace of her had been left until one Reddit user commented the following: "I was recently involved with an ex of hers, another YouTuber whose handle I won't reveal publicly, but his name is Joel. He's a monster. Seeing how he has treated multiple women and experiencing firsthand the horrible and degrading ways he puts people down, I have no doubt that he was involved with her leaving. Most of his early videos are narrations of her stories, and he has yet to remove them, and he has monetized them all. As he explained to one of my friends, she was too depressed and it weighed me down. When said friend pushed him to elaborate on her disappearance, he responded with a demon emoji and said, "She broke my heart, so I broke hers." As much as this user could be telling the truth, they didn't leave any other information on Kaylee Alice. But Kaylee's story doesn't compare to potentially the saddest missing YouTuber, Nicholas Sondreger. Nicholas was a fairly small YouTuber at the time of his disappearance. One night in September 2018, he and his friend Austin had heard a female screaming outside his home in Sultan Beach, so he went to investigate. Keeping in mind Sultan Beach is tiny, extremely poor, and many comments such as, "The place looks like something out of a beach-themed Mad Max, with shirtless feral children flying around from the corners of busted down trailers from the 60s on four-wheelers, doing about 60 miles per hour on side roads," you can't help but wonder what shaggy stuff happens there. After Nicholas failed to return home that night, he was reported missing and had many search parties out looking for him. The following morning, some of his clothes were found scattered across the streets. No further information has been revealed, and there's currently a $10,000 reward if anyone can find him. But what about Austin? There are thousands of comments mentioning how the woman screaming has made people skeptical and almost like a cover-up to explain a disappearance. And also the fact that he was reported missing right away. Austin had claimed to fall asleep after Nicholas went out investigating. I mean, I'll be looking at Austin really closely. You hear a woman screaming and fall asleep? That makes zero sense. And why wouldn't you go out with your friend to investigate? But in the end, no one knows for sure what truly happened to Nicholas, so Austin remains innocent to this day.